Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I want to give you a few tips and tricks for working on Camel Pose, also known as Ustrasana. Okay, so I recommend that you do a little bit of warm-up before getting into this posture. It is quite a deep back bend, so taking some sun salutations, maybe doing a little bit of flow. You can check my channel for some short flows if you want to just warm up before you do this. Okay, so if you're back with me now, we're gonna get right into it. So this camel pose is quite a deep back bend, quite a heart opening position, so it can feel really intense. So the first tip that I have for you is no matter where you are in the process of working at your Ustrasana, make sure that you are breathing deep, full breaths in and out through your nose, because these type of back bending postures can cause a lot of stress and anxiety, and we tend to hold our breath in those moments. Okay, so when that is happening, observe, notice, and remind yourself to take deep breaths in and out through your nose to calm your nervous system. Okay, so we'll get started. To begin, we're gonna come onto our knees. Having the knees about hips distance apart will be perfect. Okay, so when I'm first starting out, I'll actually curl my toes into the ground so that my heels are a bit lifted and I can really press my toes down for a bit more support. Okay, so for the first couple that I'm gonna do, I'm not even gonna reach for my heels just yet. We're just gonna work on this opening and lengthening of the whole upper body, okay? Upper part of the chest. Okay, so we'll bring the hands together in a prayer position. Take your hands towards you so that the thumb is touching your chest, right below the collarbones. Okay. Draw your lower belly in. You want to keep the core strong. And then take an inhale and breathe up into your chest so that the whole upper body lengthens like this. And then exhale. All right, do a couple of these just so that you can start getting into that habit of lengthening through every inhale. Exhale. Okay, now inhaling this time, we're gonna lift up through the chest. And then as you exhale, start to roll the shoulders back and allow your chest to start to lift up towards the sky, and the head will drop back slightly. Okay, push the hips forward. And again, lifting up through your chest. Continue to breathe. Okay, on your next inhale, slowly bring your chest back to center, and then exhale, release and relax for a moment. Okay, so those are just a couple of ways to prepare for getting into the full posture of Ustrasana. Okay, the other thing that I like to do with students when they come to my class is having the chest reach for the thumbs. So I'll show you what I mean. So here, when we started, we had the thumbs actually touching the chest. So now I'm actually gonna have my thumbs a couple of centimeters away from my chest, so that when I'm inhaling, I can keep my hands where they are, but focus on bringing my chest to my thumbs. So I don't know if you can see that. My chest is moving to my thumbs as I breathe in. All right, so a few of those just to really work on that lift through the upper body. Okay, once you've done a few of those and you're ready to start reaching for the heels, this is how I like to get into it. So again, I'm gonna start with my toes curled in, hands at the heart, belly in. Okay, breathing in to the chest, lift up. And then exhaling, push the hips forward a little bit, lean the shoulders back. Inhaling, lift up through your chest. Chest is going to look for my thumbs. Exhaling, hips forward, shoulders back. Okay, now I'm going to start to reach my hands behind me, looking for the heels. Okay, now once I have the heels, I'm going to push down into the heels, and notice when I push down, my chest will lift up. And then I can either let my face upwards or drop the head back. Allow your hips to always slightly push forward and the chest to lift up, and remember to breathe. Okay, to come out, I want my head to come up last, so do not whip the head. Come onto your fingertips and then take an inhale, lean your hips forward, hands come off the feet. Exhale, chest and head come up last. Okay, another way that you can come up is when your hands are on your heels, right, and your head is back, you can start by bringing one hand to the hip and the second hand to the hip and then lifting up from there. Okay, that's also an option. All right, so now if the hands on the heels feel pretty good and you want to just get a little bit deeper into the posture, we can do the same exact thing except with the back of the feet touching the ground. So now I'm no longer thinking about pushing my toes into the ground, but I'm pushing my entire bottom half of the leg. So my shins, my ankles, and the back of my feet, they're all pushing down. That is my foundation, and that is where I'm gonna get that support. So I push down so that my chest can lift up. Okay, everything else is the same. Hands to the heart, roll the shoulders back, belly in. Inhaling, lifting up through the chest. Chest to the thumbs. Exhale, hips forward, shoulders back. Inhaling, chest up. Exhaling, shoulders back. Okay, whenever you're ready, reach for the heels. Okay, once you have the heels, hips forward, chest up, head and shoulders back. Breathing here. Remember to breathe. Breathing into your chest. Okay, again, to come up, you can either squeeze the legs, come up, or find the hands to the hips first. And then lift your chest and head last. Okay, so after you finish your practice of Ustrasana, okay, it's good to do a counter posture to kind of relax the lower back. So I like to bring my knees together, okay, and then I just take a child's pose with my head down, arms behind me, and I just Okay, so thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you find these tips helpful. Ustrasana, again, can bring a lot of intensity, anxiety, a bit of fear. If you are not naturally backbending like me, backbendy like me, okay? So it's taken me a lot of effort and a lot of years to finally feel somewhat comfortable in this posture, right? But it's a posture that has taught me a lot, right? It's taught me how to stay calm in the midst of these difficult, challenging moments, right? How to use my breath to find my center. So I hope this is helpful to you too. Let me know if there's anything else that you would recommend, like any more tips that you have for this posture or any questions, just type it down below. Okay, I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me, everyone.